let's talk a little bit about Hikage. You guys can say hello to YouTube, and we can make a small video going over her. So for some reference on my account, I fully awakened her. I went all in, and it's a pretty big regret, and I do not recommend at all pulling for dupes on Hikage. I would recommend you guys pull only one copy. You should have gotten one for free on the mail. I would recommend you pull one copy just to get the card. We'll talk about cards later. Because they are never coming back, or at least, you know, most gachas tend to not rerun consistently. I wish they did, but it's not gonna be the case. So I will just get a copy for the card for collection, and that's it. I would not pull for dupes. For new players, basically, you will benefit more from running Asuka than from running Hikage. Also important, this collab is good for new players. Like, both characters will see usage for new players. It's just that at endgame, this is one of the worst characters they've released, sadly. So let's go over the skills, how to build her, damage numbers we've been running, which are not looking good. And then a little bit on the specialties, the pet, the card, etc. So her kit, pretty basic beach kit, alright? Attack buff, critical chance buff, and she increases the number of targets on her basic attacks by 3. Pretty nice. Her second passive, alright? When Hikage defeats an enemy, the cooldown of her active skill is reduced by 6 seconds, which is great. The problem is that this will only proc, obviously, on stages with a lot of adds, a lot of enemies. If there are not a lot of enemies, this skill is not that great. And then if there are 2 or more targets, she deals 40% additional damage as well. So a purely moving character. On bosses, she's not good. And the problem is that this game, the moment you are done or catch up with campaign, is purely moving. And even for campaign, there are better alternatives. We'll talk about that later as well. That's her second passive. And then we have her active skill, pretty basic, 7 cooldown, or doing 420% of attack, right? For AoE damage, to a lot of target as well. And then her ultimate, which is a 90-second cooldown, but it's a 90-second duration, attack speed 30%. And then she transforms into her underwear, bikini form, whatever you want to call it, doing 1176% of attack. The biggest problem with this, yes, the attack speed is 100% uptime, but you are doing one ultimate on a boss, while you have characters like Lisa who are gonna be spamming her ultimate on a boss fight 3-4 times, depending what team composition you are running, right? So that's her biggest issue on bossing. Like, she's almost useless on bosses. So for endgame, this is not a great character. For campaign, she can be used. For new players, she's gonna be a nice character. Now, just like Asuka, pretty basic beach build. If you wanna be building her, when it comes to all of the gear, it's gonna be attack and crit, nothing else. The only thing to take into consideration as well for the bow is that you can be going for whatever gives you the most added target, to just be increasing even more her damage on mobs. A lot of people are also going to be using her with the Failnout for Stonehenge farming. It's not bad, but once again, pretty long cooldown. This is good for specific bosses only. I don't like it even on Stonehenge. So attack and crit when it comes to the bow. You 1 block chance on your armor, like every single character in this game. If you are farming mobs, you could be running Wrath of Agnes instead for the extra damage. When it comes to the accessories, once again, there is only usually 2 or 3: Tempest Helmet, your Green Knight Helmet, and also your Crown of the Dead. You could be running some of the new ones if you have like a lot of block chance and you need the extra HP. That could work too, but for the most part, more damage is always what we're looking for. And then for the rune, crit damage over HP any day of the week. If you can get 3 or 4 lines, obviously it's the adequate, but it's almost impossible. I don't know how many you guys have gotten, but in a year and 2 months, I've gotten 1 of these. Okay, so don't worry too much. It's normal. It takes time. The specialties, attack and crit. I am not rerolling her any further. These stones are hard to come by, and she is kind of like a mid character, so she will remain with 3 blue lines for me. And when it comes to her training, if you can afford it, I wouldn't even recommend it. I'm being honest. It's a lot of attack for herself. This is not global, but it's too fucking expensive considering the type of character. Like, this is 2 nature units. You are just better off ticketing with the selector Paramedes and going all in into her. The damage number she can provide is just way better than anything she can get, right? So I just kind of recommend investing into her training. I don't think she's gonna be a good character. That's it. Let's talk a little bit about cards and damage numbers. Let me pull this up right here. This was obviously um, the problem with testing her is that even if you go into a dummy, even if you go into a boss, she's not gonna perform well because she's not made for bossing. She's made purely for campaign and stages where you can farm for a long time, right? So as you can see, 1.2 1.2 with the Nesha card, 1.5 with the Abyss card, 1.2 with the Abyss 30 card, and 1.1 with this card, which I always forget who it is. I don't know if it's from Tristan or whoever it is. The cards overall, Abyss keeps being one of the best cards. Lua card can work too. Abyss usually is one of the best cards overall for DPSs you can get long term. New players will not have this, obviously. A new player can use her own card, no problem. I just don't like it because this is literally exclusive towards stages with a lot of enemies, right? So that's why I don't like her card, and I'm not gonna be investing into it. If you're a new player, you could be using just a universal DPS card, or if you have Enya for the extra additional damage and attack speed, if you have anything with range attack, or what is the other card? Boys? The Abyss 30. We need better filters for this, not gonna lie. Well, the Abyss 30, the Enya card, any of the global ones, if you want the attack speed with the Titanomachia, if you want the Lua one, which is also global for any DPS, that will work. Overall, doesn't really matter. Like I said earlier, as long as you're giving her more offensive stuffs, is good, but I wouldn't recommend going all in into her. When it comes to banners and pulling for her, I would not pull for her. You already have a copy for free on your mail. If you want to grab one more for the card, that's fine, but do not go all in. And if you want a copy of the pet, it's also fine, but I wouldn't go all in either into the pet. The pet is decent stats, HP, damage reduction, ignore damage reduction, but this is assuming you max it out. If you don't get lucky and you don't max it out, you might only be getting HP and damage reduction, which can still be used for, again, new players. This collab is mostly for new players rather than people who are already playing the game and endgame and were waiting for it too, right? It's literally for new players, nothing else. I wouldn't go too crazy on the pet. When it comes to where she's on the tier list, I'm being generous with the T2. I'm being generous, alright? I think she will get the same usage as Enya, aka non-existent for most people. Same as Claire, like niche for some specific stages. Rhea is getting more usage. We might be seeing Rhea moving up. As time goes by, we can make use more and more of her buffs, which is great. She was our meta support back in the day, but for now she can stay there. But yeah, for now, T2 character, and she's not that great. And I'm being generous. Asuka stays on T1 because she is a worse Lua / Anessa, which new players might not have. And you know, in contrast, you can get Asuka max out for free, which is fantastic. That's it. Enough japping, enough ranting. That's everything for Hikage. Once again, not really recommended to go all in unless she is your waifu. And if she's your waifu, good luck.